Boxing King Media, powered by BYD, Mr. Two Tanks, Ohara, Davies. You still like to be called Two Tanks?
Yeah, I don't mind, whatever they want to call me, they can call me. But I'm just Ohara Davis.
It is great to speak to you again, Ohara. You've had I think January since last time you was in the ring. I was watching one of your interviews on Talksport you did the other day, and you spoke. I don't want to dwell on it too much because you've moved on from that. But what was one of the things I picked up? You said about mental health, depression, and stuff like that, dealing with that loss. What kind of turned it for you? How did you deal with it, basically?
I didn't. I got through it. I let time go by. I got up every day. I went for my runs. I came to the gym. I stayed around those that love me. I was around my family a lot, talking to my family a lot. And it's mad because the fights that I win, I'm not really around my family that much. Like, they don't phone me, they don't message me, because they know that I'm fine, I'm good. I'm out there with my mates, I'm having fun. But it's when things go wrong and I lose, that's when my family's there for me and they're making effort. And my friends out in the yard, James Argent, a lot of my friends, we'll go out to eat and they'll phone me, yeah, let's meet up, let's do stuff. And people like that I was around, it really kept me afloat. And then after a while, it becomes a long lost memory what happened. And yes, I've got through it and I'm doing okay now.
It's good because so you didn't sit there and start binging on food or just sat watching telly all day, stuff like that?
Nah, I didn't sit there binging on food. Weren't sat there watching the TV all day. I was always out and about with my family, with my friends. I'll go to the gym, go to the spa. I spa if I had to keep myself busy because, mate, if you keep yourself at home, you can be fucked. And certain people in certain situations where they can't go out, certain people that might not have no money, you can't go out, you can't go anywhere. You're at home. You're facing some financial shit. Other things in your life are going bad. Maybe your wife just went and left you. You're arguing with your friend. Maybe you've lost. I don't know what happened, but some people are in a worse place than I was, and I really feel for certain people. Mental health, something that I used to hear about and say, you know what? Yes, bro. Mental health, something that I used to hear about, and you say, you get over it. I'll never be depressed. I believe that shit now. It's real.
Yeah. Well, you talked about the people around you. What about like the promoter? I know Lee Eaton's been part of your journey for a long time. What was it like with them sort of people? Like, did Oscar De La Hoya, did he reach in?
Listen, me and my promoter, our relationship isn't the best because it's all through Lee. Everything, all of our like communications through Lee. So I don't owe them anything. They don't owe me anything. I don't really know them like that. I know of them. They know of me, but we don't know each other. Lee was there. Lee messaged me, "How you doing, bro? You good?" Phone me every now and again. But at the end of the day, Lee's a boxing manager, and Lee's job is not to lift me up. Lee's job is to get me the fights, to make me the money, and Lee's also a friend. But ultimately, Lee's job is not to be there for me every single day. He will message me when he can, see what I'm doing, see are you okay every few days. But he's got 100 other fighters that he's got to manage, and he's got to focus on his job. He can't give me all of his attention. So Lee, he did message me to see if I'm okay, if there's anything I need. But ultimately, my family and my close friends were the ones that were there every day.
So it's good to hear that, man. And you talked about money there. I remember speaking to you years ago. You kind of started early about investing and all that kind of stuff. Are you still on that game?
Yeah, I'm still investing. I just bought a new flat. We got the keys for it last week. Last week we got a new flat, me and my brother. We started a business company, so I'm just building slowly but surely. I'm just building.
Do you wish you did that early? Because I remember when you finally you did loads of stuff on social media saying, "Why haven't I been doing this since day one?"
Yeah, of course I wish I'd done it earlier. I remember when I fought Taylor. Straight after the fight, I took a girl out to America, spent 10k in like 10 days, and I was still living at mum's house. And I was gonna go buy a BMW i8 for like 60 grand. I'm living at mum's house. And what am I gonna do? Park the car out on the streets? It was a bit mad. Because that's money that I could have invested into some flats, especially the house prices back then was even lower. But better late than never, eh? I started investing 2019, probably after I fought Logan Yoon, I think it was, or before I fought Logan Yoon. I started investing, and it's just been a journey ever since. And it's better late than never. A lot of fighters leave their boxing career without buying anything. I'm still quite fortunate, and I'm thankful.
It's still good that you're still on that journey, and obviously you're doing well. A big fight, man. I'll be honest, nobody on this planet saw this fight coming. It just popped up out of nowhere, and I find it quite funny what you said about your coach saying, like, your coach saying take the fight, and you were saying this is a fucking hard fight, etc. And I like the fact that you say it as it is. What do you think is hard in this fight?
Because AZIM's got the youth. He's got the youth. He's got the speed. He's got the promoters. I'm fighting on their show. The house is on his side. He's got a coach that, you know, I took my first ever loss by a fighter trained by his coach. So his coach will think he knows the blueprint to beat me, and you know, I'm sure they got the game plan there. And he's, you know, he's young, he's fresh, he's fast, he's sharp. So it's going to be a real challenge for me to crack the code.
You're saying that you've had more knockouts than he's had fights. You've got world level experience. You've been in with Jack Catchell, Josh Taylor, the first British undisputed champion from the UK. That's pretty big, even them rounds you shared with him.
Adam Azim's been in the ring more than me, believe it or not, because when you look at his amateur boxing record, he's had about 40 fights as an amateur. I had 18 fights as an amateur, and your amateur experience counts. Just look at like Batabiev against Anthony Yards. What counted was the boxing experience. Anthony Yards as amateur had about 12 fights. Batabiev had about 400 fights, 200 fights as an amateur, and that experience is what got him that win. So Adam Azim is more experienced than I am as far as I'm concerned, because, you know, I'm looking at it as a whole. So I'm not looking at that.
Last couple of questions. Is this a tactical fight or is this a shootout?
I don't know. Time will tell.
AJ Dubois, last thing from you. What do you think is going to happen next week?
It's going to be a draw. I reckon it's going to be a draw. Yeah, it's going to be a draw. I have to sit on the fence.
Good one. And the last thing I picked up from you in the interview was that as a young fighter, rather than spending 10 grand on taking a lady on a holiday or buying a 60 grand car, if you're still living at home, invest wisely.
Invest into some property, you know, buy some crypto, buy some Bitcoin, learn about investing. You know, every fighter should be on this wave, but the way boxing is, and, you know, it's quite fucked because, you know, boxers, we haven't got financial managers. We don't have, you know, I remember one time some financial advisor came to me and he said that he'll be my financial advisor for 15% of my fight purse. So every time I fight, I got to pay you 15% for you to be my financial advisor. I'm like, nah, man. I started going on YouTube. You know, the best ever financial advice you'll find is on YouTube and on Instagram. Start looking on there. Now I can advise myself. So every young fighter should be investing, absolutely.
Yep, and you're still young, mate. You're 32, so I wish you all the best, and may the best man win on fight night, brother. Thank you for your time.